When you know that you are queer, but your favorite drink is beer, that's gayish. You can bottom without stopping, but you can't stand going shopping, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Well, life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's Gayish with Mike and Kyle.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish,
the only podcast with an OnlyFans.
Oh, should we?
Yeah, we should for sure.
What are we going to do on it?
Post our butts.
Oh, I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
We're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. And today, hey Kyle.
Hey, Mike.
OnlyFans? Really?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Your butt first.
Okay. My butt gets your butt?
We'll see what the reaction is to your butt.
Okay. It's going to be a real big letdown because people are going to expect us to be having sex potentially with each other. And that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah. Or
I don't know. It depends on how much money we get. I can have sex with you for a lot of money.
Well, okay.
How much money would it take you to have sex with me?
This is a fun game.
$1 million? Would you have sex with me for $1 million?
Probably.
See, I think so too.
I'm warm now.
This is
not what we're here to talk about.
No, we're talking about lesbians. Today we're talking about lesbians.
Today we're going to talk about lesbians, but first.
There's
no feedback or corrections or 100 words. We're just bone dry, like our lesbian friend is going to be being on the show with us later.
Why? Because she's talking to us gays?
Yeah.
But we do have an update on Losers Month.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we do. Okay, here's the thing. That poll is fucked, and I apologize for everyone who tried to log into the Facebook group and then couldn't do the poll. Facebook apparently changed the way that they do polls, back in April. So the poll that I posted closed after 72 hours. Nobody can vote on it anymore, and it won't let me open it back up. And if you make a new poll, it won't let you say how long it's supposed to be open. It closes after 3 days. End of story. You can't change it. So we're going to post a link on the Facebook group to a Google sheet that Derek made for us. And then we're going to also post that link everywhere else. But just vote there.
Yeah. If you already voted, please go vote again. Sorry about that you have to do it twice. That's annoying, but kind of out of our control given Meta's poll. The functionality kind of sucks, but so please go vote again. We would love to hear your opinion, and maybe you can sway the results this time.
You would think that a media conglomerate of our size and power could get Meta to change their policies.
Yeah. We'll threaten to take ourselves off of Facebook and bring our dozens of listeners with us.
Yeah. Thanks for remembering to talk about that, Kyle.
Yeah, no problem. We just talked about it in our production meeting.
Well, I have not taken my medication because it's too goddamn early. So which was it? Dory that had no memory on Finding Nemo. Yep. I feel like Ellen DeGeneres today. Anyway, okay.
Everyone hates lesbians, you.
Full circle.
Back to lesbians.
But first, now the news.
Shut your mouth hole, it's time for your ear holes. News.
So this is actually an update. We're not even going to call it news the first. We're going to call it an update.
Okay.
The Supreme Court of the United States has refused to hear former Kentucky clerk Kim Davis's appeal. And so Obergefell v. Hodges is safe, and gay marriage remains the law of the land in this country.
For now.
Well, yeah, that's
true.
Who
knows what's going to come next?
She is still nominated for Dickbag Fuckface Asshole of the Year, though.
Yeah. When are we voting on that?
December. We're going to put it in there in December. And maybe it's not going to be a Facebook poll this time because see the top of the episode where we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, she lost her ass in Kentucky for refusing to give marriage licenses to gay people after Obergefell v. Hodges said that gay marriage had to be allowed everywhere in the country. She said it's because Jesus. The court said, no, you're a public official. And fined her like $300,000. And then she, after Trump became president again, decided to try to say, but I don't want to because Jesus, please don't make me pay all of this money. And the Supreme Court said, nah, bitch.
That's great. That's not how I would expect the current Supreme Court to swing. But I'm happy about it.
It has been explained to me that when people were worried about Roe versus Wade being a precedent now for overturning precedents, that meant that we needed to be worried about Obergefell v. Hodges. The difference here seems to be, I'm not defending this part, I'm just saying it. Roe versus Wade is ultimately about the personhood of the fetus, and does one person have the right to murder another person, even if that other person is living inside of that person, is different than legal consenting adults being in a contract with each other. It's a different type of case, and that even this ridiculous Supreme Court has to make way for the fact that there are tens of thousands of gay people who are married to each other and have been for 10 years or more in some cases, and that you can't just undo that.
I mean, but that's what we thought about abortion, that it was safe and you can't just undo those rights. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not defending it. I'm just sort of explaining that it's different from like a legal standpoint. Because, for instance, overturning Roe v. Wade didn't make all those dead babies come back.
Yep.
So, but overturning of Obergefell v. Hodges would undo people's marriages.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Anyway, okay, that's it. Yay, good news. Hooray.
Yeah, it suddenly got sad, even though it was supposed to be a happy news story.
Yeah, now gay men everywhere can go back to being selfishly uninterested in any other part of the rainbow.
Happy Pride.
Okay, news the first, Kyle.
Okay.
We're just going to do a bunch of Catholic Church stories today.
Oh, fun. I can't wait.
I know. Yeah. The Catholic Church has formally banned all gender-affirming care at its hospitals. So the Catholic Church is the United States' largest nonprofit healthcare provider. And the Catholic bishops met last week and voted to ban gender-affirming care, even for adults. It's hormone therapy, gender-affirming surgeries, talk therapy, other mental health services for all ages.
It includes talk therapy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't even just sit down and have a therapist talk to you about your gender and how it's chill?
Correct.
That's so fucked up. Jesus Christ.
There's more than 650 Catholic hospitals and 1,600 Catholic long-term care and other health facilities in the United States. This is according to the Catholic Health Association. But they say that this is, quote, consistent with Catholic healthcare practice. Here's the thing, Kyle.
Yeah.
Buried in this story, apparently almost all Catholic healthcare places already didn't offer these services.
So no change in actual functional behavior.
Correct. They're just making it official that this thing that they're not doing, we can't.
Okay. Huh. Everything's theater these days.
Everything is theater these days. Yeah, I don't know, man. Fuck the Catholic Church, I guess.
Yeah.
Per usual.
That's so weird that they own so many hospitals. Why is that set up like that? Why is our healthcare system so fucked?
Yeah. Why is our healthcare system so fucked? Should we sit in that for a little bit?
Yeah, that's a fun topic we can unwind right now on this episode.
We're going to solve it, Kyle.
Yeah, on the episode about lesbians.
We're going to fix Meta's polls. We're going to fix the Catholic Church. We're going to fix healthcare.
Yep.
We're so good.
Yeah, we're gonna take on it all.
Okay, news the second, Kyle.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this woman's name.
Okay.
But Pope
Patreon.
Leo the 14th
Okay.
is going to.
I know how to say her name.
Yeah. Her dress is great. Pope Leo the 14th will meet and dine with Alessia Nobile and other trans Catholic activists this Sunday.
Wow.
So they're having a special Vatican lunch that is marking the church's Jubilee of the Poor, and this event is annual. It coincides with the World Day of the Poor and includes Mass in St. Peter's Basilica, followed by a communal meal for people who are homeless, vulnerable, or socially marginalized. And Nobile, who's 46, was one of 5 trans women invited after she formally requested an audience with the new pope.
One of 5? They have 5 trans women that are included?
Yep, apparently so.
Wow.
Her hope is to ensure the inclusive spirit fostered under Pope Francis is not lost following his death. She told Italian media, quote, "I ask Leo not to go backwards on rights." And here's the thing, Kyle. Like a lot of organizations, the Catholic Church is massive, and it is not all one thing. And it has become sort of clear that the global organization, the Catholic Church, has been softening on LGBTQ issues, while, like we just saw in the last story with healthcare, American Catholics and their bishops are running in the other direction as quickly as possible. I think to their own demise.
Yes. I've been saying that it's all about marketing, and you need to get new customers into your customer base in order to make money, and they are losing customers. They are hemorrhaging customers, and in order to recruit their new customers, they need to adjust their marketing in order to look even appear like they're inclusive, so that LGBT people will join, and people supportive of LGBT people, which younger people are more and more likely to be so, to recruit them into their ranks.
Yep. I totally agree with you. Get those butts in seats or you're going to lose the wagon.
Yep, exactly. Yep, for sure.
The well-known saying.
Yep.
Oh God. Okay, news the last, Kyle. This is so morbid and dark, and I just can't stop laughing about it.
Okay.
Online transvestigators, which a transvestigator is. That's a mashup of trans and investigating. It's conspiracy theories who falsely claim that people are trans and hiding their true gender identity. There's a new one that has popped up in the transvestigation community claiming that Charlie Kirk and his wife were both trans.
When you create a weapon, that weapon can be used against you.
Absolutely.
And this is what is happening.
Yes. And I hate how much I've been exposed to this. And it was just one news story and a follow-up link that I read. There's these communities of people who pass around photographs of people and then critique how trans they are based on what they see. And it doesn't work that way. You can't always tell. There are people of all genders with different bodies and body shapes and physiognomy, or whatever the fuck that word is. Physiognomy. Wow. Did I make that word up? I just said it.
That sounds legit. It sounds like the word pygmy got a fancy top hat.
Physiognomy, a person's facial features or expression.
Wow. Good for you. Way to go, Mike.
Yeah, I just sometimes when I'm not medicated, I'm very smart. They're like pointing at how like that Charlie Kirk's Adam's apple was clearly an implant. They're talking about Erica Kirk saying that she has straight collarbones, legs that aren't normal female anatomy, jawline is male, smaller hips than shoulders, thigh gap. That is a man, as most pageant winners are.
What?
apparently pageant winners all look male to this person. Anyway, I don't. What's the fucking point? What is the purpose? What is wrong with you people?
I wonder if like they get fulfillment out of feeling like they have some kind of purpose in life because their life lacks meaning and direction. And this gives them some kind of purpose or goal to work towards. And they feel like they're fighting an uphill battle. So they get to feel like the David in the situation.
I do think that there's a certain type of human who is drawn to conspiracy theories because it gives them a sense of control. Like their life is out of control. So they're going to understand this thing. They're in on the secret. They're powerful because they're one of the ones that truly understands. And I think that is a distraction from how fucking miserable they are.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, that's the news, Kyle.
Speaking of how miserable people are, these people are less
you're not miserable giving us your money.
I want to thank the following new Patreon members. Thank you to Gerjon. We'll go with Gerjon.
Gerjon.
That's the least likely way to pronounce that name. Thank you to Javier Buendia Jr. Oh, that's cute. Buendia.
Wait, isn't that seen in Hobby?
Oh, is that his last name? And Kurtmas. Merry Kurtmas to all of us.
Kurtmas.
If you want, Kurt Mitz. There's a T in there that I missed. If you want ad-free episodes day early, if you want me to fuck up your name, if you want to get bonus episodes and bonus content, this month the bonus episode is about farts. It's going to be an exciting, thrilling joyride. If you want to use Mike's hole.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Mike.
Here's my hole.
I see
Someone should use it.
Someone should definitely use your hole. And if you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/Gayish podcast.
Do it. You want to talk about lesbians?
Yeah, let's talk about lesbians.
Okay, Kyle. How do we make it this long without talking about lesbians? I feel like we're the worst.
Okay. In our defense, we've talked about lesbian related topics, but we've talked about dykes. We've talked about lesbian and gay friendships. We've talked about...
I guess we did a whole episode on scissoring. So
we did a whole episode on scissoring where we had lesbians on to talk about it. We've had lesbians on the show. We've talked about lesbians, but we realized we've never just done the topic of lesbians, just flat out lesbians.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Is there anything you're eager to learn or discuss about lesbians?
I just kind of figure I already know everything there is to know about lesbians.
Oh, wow. You're a lesbian expert? You're a lesbian savant?
I plan to mansplain lesbians to this lesbian.
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is going to be a fun episode. This is going to be fun. Well, we're excited to have Jaimie, friend of the show. She hosts the Queer Family podcast. She has been on the show before, but she's going to be back to talk about lesbians, talk about queer families, talk about her podcast. And on the Patreon bonus segment, I have a little bit of Gaida, and then we're going to talk about lesbian invisibility. So we're going to hide the lesbian invisibility content within our paywall.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
It's a cornucopia, Kyle.
Yeah. Our Patreon?
No, the buffet of lesbian content that you just outlined.
Oh, yes. It's a smorgasbord.
Okay. Well, so when we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna have Jaimie with us to talk about lesbian stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So should we take that break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Great. Let's take a break.
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 This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
So are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're here with Jaimie Kelton, host of the Queer Family podcast. We're so excited to have you on.
I am so happy to be here. You two are rock stars. You are rock star podcasters, and I look up to you, and I think you're amazing, and I'm very happy to be here.
Oh my God,
that's
blushing.
So sweet. This has been Gayish. Thank you so much. That's all we needed.
I know what the gays need. Let's be real. I am one of you.
Yeah.
But we also are so very separate and different in so many ways. But I think that's what we're going to get into.
We're going to unpack all of that, I hope. But first, longtime friend of the show, what have you been up to since the last time okay, hold on. I love your hair.
Oh my God, thank you.
I love your
appreciate
hair. So other than new hair, what have you been up to since the last time you were on and we talked to you?
Oh my God. Well, the first time you talked to me, I was with a co-host and we had a show, which is the same show that I do now, but I rebranded since then. We rebranded to make it more inclusive of the entire LGBTQ community, as I like to call us. And it's just all about queer families, how we make them and how we raise them, and how we show up in the world. And so it's called the Queer Family Podcast. Now it used to be called If These Ovaries Could Talk. And so I've been up to that. And then I'm also like a mom with 2 kids and a wife. And my wife actually went through has cancer right now. I'm bringing it down. I'm bringing it way down. I'm not though. We're good. We're like almost out of it. She got breast cancer. She was diagnosed last December. So we've been dealing with that. And yeah, that's where we're at. I never thought I'd be somebody who said my wife has breast cancer, but there I am.
But she's good now, you said.
She's good. We're still, I mean, with breast cancer, I'm learning that it just seems to like continuously be this like looping thing that goes on and on and on. But we're done with chemo, we're done with radiation, and she's technically cancer free, but we still have a whole road ahead of us with treatments and stuff like that. But she's through basically the rough part. Not to bring it down. That was not my intention at all. But I've been caught off guard this Sunday because it's Sunday and kids and life. And there it is. There it is. There it is.
It's interesting talking about lesbians. I suppose that there's like a lot more breast to be worried about in that situation.
Exactly.
A lot more ovarian cancer to be worried about. But with gay couples, we've got prostate cancer and testicular cancer to worry about. So,
which is equally as scary. Yeah, but that's why I said I never thought I would say my wife has cancer. Breast cancer. I never thought I would say my wife has breast cancer. I thought maybe I would say I had, but God, I'm not even going to say that out loud. Knock wood. But yeah, that's a statement to say. You know, if 5-year-old me had like a glimpse into my life right now, I think 5-year-old me would be shocked to hear me say my wife has cancer. Because first of all, 5-year-old me didn't know she was going to be with a wife and then have a wife with cancer.
What did 5-year-old you think about lesbians, do you think? Or did you?
Well, you know what? I grew up in San Francisco. So I was surrounded by gay. I will say San Francisco in the 80s. Let's be real. I was born in the 70s. So I grew up in the 80s and the 90s. And I was I grew up walking through the Castro district, you know, going to my park and rec classes. And I saw gay everywhere I went, but it was mostly gay men. I wasn't as exposed to lesbians, except my brother's best friend did live a lesbian lifestyle for a second. And we talked about it together. And it was like, ooh. And that sparked a little thing in my brain, like, oh, that's something that can be done. But every other talk of lesbian, as when I was a kid, was like, it was dykes. It was more masculine appearing women who rode motorcycles. And like even at the pride parades that I went to when I got a little older, my reference to lesbians was dykes on bikes. And it was like, oh my God, here comes the lesbians, you know. I think things have really, really opened up so much since back then. And with all the identities and our umbrella of the LGBTQ keeps growing, which I think is amazing. It was a lot more just like pinholed back then, I think. So I didn't see myself that way. So
Well, so if the Castro, like, did you walk around the Castro and only see gay men because it's like the lesbians were somewhere else? Like, were they in Oakland or something?
Well, no, they don't go out. We don't go out.
What did lesbians do?
I'm not sure, but I didn't see them. You know, like you're walking around like if you're walking down Castro Street between 16th and 24th, let's say 16th and 21st, like you're gonna see a lot of men walking down the street. Well, okay, this was in the 80s and 90s with one hand in each other's pockets, walking down the street, you know, and gay boy bars one after the other, and just gay boys everywhere, which I was super comfortable with. Also, I was a theater kid, so it was like all, even the kids I was around were all just gay boys. And, you know, but there were so few lesbians, so few lesbians.
And it sounds like the lesbians you did see were ones that maybe you didn't necessarily connect with as strongly, or didn't have the visibility into the whole spectrum of the kinds of lesbians that exist in the world.
Yeah. Like I didn't identify. I'm not, I'm very feminine and I'm femme presenting. And I'm one of those lesbians that I still have to tell people I'm gay, which is I still have to out myself, which is annoying. I get so tired of it. But yeah, no, I didn't see I didn't see myself in that portrayal of. I'm sure they were there. I just didn't know because they would have had to out themselves to me, I guess. To my point, you know.
Yeah.
But like when I was in high school, one of my closest friends, Natalie, her parents were going to move to Ukiah, which is like in the mountains. Like there were hippies. It's so many hippies also, San Francisco, so many ex-hippies. Anyway, they were like, we're out of here. We're going to move to Ukiah. And she didn't want to go because we were in like our junior and senior years in high school. Oh, yeah. And so they let her stay, and they found a place that they could rent a room at. And her roommates happened to be this lesbian couple. And then of course I would go sleep over at Natalie's like all the time because we were in high school and she didn't have parents around. So I would just sleep at Natalie's and we'd hang out with the lesbian couple who also happened to have a child, but they didn't make the child together. The lesbian came into the relationship later. And one of them was like a dyke on a bike. And the other one was super feminine and you would never guess. And so I guess that's when sparks started to like fly in my head, I suppose. I don't know. That
is the stereotype. I think that one of the lesbians in a couple is the more masculine one and one is the more feminine one. Do you find that really does exist in the world?
I think it does. Of course it does. And also the opposite exists as well. Right. Like, and then there's like in between, and then there's like, neither one is either. You know, it's everyone, it's everything, it's everyone. Like, for instance, my wife and I'm feminine and, you know, I have short hair, but you still never would guess I'm gay unless I'm like, yes, I'm a lesbian. I'm married to my wife, you know. But she actually shows up feminine in the world, but her personality just feels like you could tell she's a lesbian. And we joke about it, like with our friends, like, it's just obvious you're gay, and it's not obvious I'm gay. And what is that about? And then there are others who it's like so obvious. And, you know, I don't know. You know, and I don't speak for all the lesbians in the world, but we run the gamut, just like everyone. We're all walks of life. I don't know. I have a friend who it's the same situation. Like, she's actually super feminine. And then her wife is kind of like my wife is, like not masculine and also just like not completely feminine, and like, but it's like obvious you're gay. And she's always like, how did you know? Why do you think that? You know? So it's funny. I don't know. I think we're taught to hide ourselves from a very early age. And I think there is something to that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Back in the day, lipstick lesbian is what I heard a lot for, like a femme presenting lesbian. Is that term fallen out of favor? Because I feel like I hear it a lot less.
Yeah, I think because we have so many new terms, because we have so many new identities, that it's like that's like using the word like fresh. Like, oh, you're fresh, like you're a lipstick. Like, there's too many new ones. Like, I don't know, like I'm around kids all the time, and so like skibbity and like 6, 7, like they have all new things, new terms that they use that make no freaking sense, by the way. But I think same thing goes for our slang terms for ourselves. I think lipstick, and I do think people still use it actually. But you know, I just heard a new term that I'm in love with that the youngins of today have created, and it's ninja lesbian.
What's that?
Ninja lesbian. Like, I'm a ninja. Like, you show up in the world, people don't just expect it. So we infiltrate the world, we infiltrate the straight world. Nobody expects until we out ourselves. We're ninjas.
Interesting. I love that.
Favorite. I was a ninja lesbian for Halloween. Not lying. It was. Oh, like perfection.
Speaking of terminology, I feel like I hear the word dyke less. Do you think is that true? Has that fallen out of favor?
I think in some ways, I think it's just one of those words that has to be reclaimed in a positive way, because for so long it had a negative connotation. And I think the lesbians of my age, like, I came out in the early 2000s. I think we kind of like reclaimed it for, baby dyke and dyke. We were using it. And I think the younger generation today is not so keen to use that term for whatever. Like, even when I rebranded my show, the Queer Family Podcast, queer back in the day had a very negative connotation. Just, like the F word, like it's not okay, not good. And I got people like DMing me, like, how could you use this word? This is harmful to our community. But at the same time, I know that we have reclaimed that word and we're using it in a positive light. And so I think the same thing goes for the D word. And I love that word. I'll use it freely. And I love a dyke.
Yeah, we get similar feedback about the word queer fairly regularly. It's a steady stream of people who take umbrage with that word, but it's very clearly, to me, very clearly generational. That it's like it's the faggots over 40 that have an issue with the word queer, and. Yeah, I wonder if dyke has similar, but like the dykes on bikes have been around for a million years. Like that's
they took that term on, right? But it also it's all these words that we have to reclaim to find our power in them, and there are always some scragglers left behind who are like, no, we're not going there, right? And I think it's all about that's how evolution and change works. You have to be on board for the change and the evolution. And if you're not, you're kind of left behind and you're not going to carry on with the new legacies, I suppose.
Yeah, I think queer has so clearly been taken on by the LGBTQ community that if you're not on board, it's kind of like it's too bad. Like we've taken that on as a different way to say LGBTQ. Like it is what it is now. Like media started to use that term as well. Like it's just kind of is what it is. And you can either be mad about it and it's still going to happen, or accept that that's just the term that we're using now and kind of reframe your mind around it.
Yeah. In some circles it's negative, but at the same time, I super love the word queer because it encompasses all of us. And even if we come up with new identities, which we're going to figure out new identities, not come up with them. I shouldn't have said that, but like, we're going to figure out new identities within our community. It still encompasses all of us. And that's why I love it. And I do think it's important to highlight and normalize and uplift all of the identities in our community. And that's the only way we're going to stay strong and get through the crap we have to get through, especially in today's day and age, Yeah.
Another friend of the show, Sarah Ray, has turned me on to GSRM as a term, gender, relationship, and sexuality minorities, which that's queer encompasses all of that. Oh. We usually talk to her about trans issues because she's trans, but she's married to a woman. So I wonder if she identifies as a lesbian. I don't know if we've ever asked her that.
I thought she was pan.
Oh, is she? Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. So what stereotypes do you fit into and what stereotypes don't you fit into about being lesbian?
Well, I'm super outspoken and I feel like lesbians have lesbians are known to be politically active and outspoken and care way too much about way too many things. And I feel like I fit that bill completely. and I can't keep my mouth shut around issues when I should just keep my mouth shut. I feel like that's so lesbian. So we're rabble rousers. I'm a rabble rouser in my own special way. And, you know, I live with my wife. I love lesbian sex. Like, you know, that counts.
Yeah.
Like, what are some stereotypes of lesbians that you guys think of? And then
I don't know if this is a stereotype, but I think I've heard that some lesbians watch gay porn.
I don't regularly, but I actually I have no issue. Like, I have no. I could do that, no problem, and get down to it. Like, yeah, but it's not what it's not what I'm inclined towards, to be honest.
Okay.
I'd rather watch that than straight.
Gotcha. Yeah. So at least there's some gays showing up.
Yes. Like, I don't want to watch a straight situation with, nope, I don't want that. I don't want any part of that at all. And I do prefer just, you know, the ladies.
Yeah. I think, you know, other stereotypes are that they're more masculine. I think we think of the more like butch kind of lesbian as our stereotype of lesbians. So shorter hair, but like, you know, more like masculine, bigger t-shirts. Yeah,
I don't fit that one. And I think that a lot of us don't at all. Like, I think a lot do. 100% still that's out there in the world, but I don't. And I don't like to wear a big shirt. Like, I'm wearing a big shirt today just because it's Sunday and I didn't feel like trying to look nice. But like, no, I like to wear feminine things and feel feminine and do my hair and all the things.
Yeah.
And no, I don't fit that one.
Yeah.
But I know many do, but I also know many don't. Like, I don't know if that one holds, because I know also a lot of straight women who seem really masculine, but they're straight, right? So
yeah. Do you drive a Subaru?
My mom does.
Okay.
And I would, but no, we have a Nissan Rogue. Does that track in any way?
I don't know that shows up anywhere in the stereotypes.
No, but also we live in New York City, so we really don't drive. We just happen to have a car because we have to drive to my wife's family in Queens here and there. But that's literally, we're never in the car. We take the subway. Does that track?
I don't know.
I don't know. Public transportation, is that a lesbian thing?
Kind of, sort of. I feel like we like to be in like cities. Actually, that's so not true, because we also love to be outdoors chopping wood and stuff. Like, we camp. That tracks.
Oh.
We camp and we bring our kids camping. So that's super lesbian. And we go with other lesbian families, which is also super lesbian.
Yeah. There's the stereotype about lesbians in hardware stores. Do you
I love a hardware store.
Oh, yeah?
I love a hardware store. My dad was a contractor. So I grew up in the hardware store. I grew up picking up lumber from my dad. But I was never very good at it. And they never took me seriously because feminine presenting, by the way, and also really tiny. But I love a hardware store. And we do our own home improvements to a certain extent. We try. Yes. We tried to replace a sink and we got the sink off, which was a lot of work, and then realized, oh, yeah, no. We don't know what we're doing. So we called someone in. But we got the sink off the wall and like undid things and went to the hardware store to find the parts. And then we bought the wrong parts. And then so we try, which I think is pretty lesbian.
I mean, even like endeavoring, I think is the like.
I mean, like, I got a saw. I was sawing the caulking off of the wall. I couldn't get it off. Oh, it was an endeavor. It was definitely an endeavor. So yeah.
Did you bring a U-Haul to your second date?
Yeah. I mean, figuratively, we actually. Yeah, it's so lesbian. Actually, every aspect of my dating situation is so lesbian. So I was with my ex, which she was my stage manager on a tour I was doing. And this is before I was gay, quote unquote. But we were roommates in the hotels on the tour, and that's when that all started. And then we had a secret relationship the entire tour, which was like 5 months long. And then we moved in right after we got back from tour, and then everybody found out we were together for 7 years, so lesbian. Mm-hmm. And then we broke up, and I was supposed to have I was trying to play the field because I had never really played the field before because I'm so lesbian and I'm such a serial monogamous. And I was trying to so I met my wife at a pride party, which actually had all lesbians, which I had never experienced before in my life because pride parties always have a lot of guys. And I was like, this is just going to be guys. What am I doing? I found her, met her, went home with her, which is not lesbian. It's so gay. Went home with her, had a really wonderful night that night, and then basically never left. So
wow.
So lesbian, but also gay. Cause we went right to it. Actually, I don't know. That's both. It's both. It's just both.
Yeah.
When you know, you know.
In there, you mentioned that you had your secret relationship and then had to come out. What was your coming out process like?
It was not easy, actually. It was not easy at all. Remember, I grew up in San Francisco surrounded by gay people. My parents knew gay people. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't an issue. And I was in musical theater, for crying out sake. So all my best guy friends were gay guys, and my parents knew. And then when I ended up with my ex, Sarah, it was really hard for me to grapple with it. And I think I had a hard time. I've talked about this a lot, and I don't know I never put this into the right words, but up until then, I was this white, cisgendered girl who succeeded and did well in school and did all the things, quote unquote, right? Mm-hmm. So not to say the normal, right? But I just felt like I fit the mold. I fit the mold. And then when I had to grapple with the fact that, oh, wait a second, I'm different. I'm different, and I have to own up to that in order to be happy. It was really hard for me to come to terms with that first, to accept that I'm different and to show up in the world as someone who is different than the norm, if you know what I'm saying. And I think a lot of people, and I think this is where a lot of the issues come into our society right now, with those who just can't see why it's important to uphold trans rights, and who can't see because they've never had to grapple with them having any sort of difference in the world. They just skate on through. We're all normal. We're normal people. You hear people say all the time, well, what happened to just normal guys? What's normal? What are you talking about? Right? But they've never had to grapple with differences. And I think me having to grapple with that taught me a lot of things. And it took me a long time to get to the point to be able to, at first, admit it to myself. Second, admit it to others. And so I was bi for basically my whole relationship with my ex, Sarah, 7 years, I was bi, quote unquote. I am not bi. I am not bi. Not. And then finally, after that happened, and then I ended up with Anne, it was oh, okay, yeah, all right, the verdict's in. She's a lesbian, and she likes it this way. But it was hard. It was hard for me. Not hard, the people that I knew, they were oh, okay, weird, didn't know, but okay, cool. But for me, it was so hard to say I was different.
Yeah.
Which, many of us have that from birth. Many of us, are not what society deems as the normal person. I'm putting this in quotes so hardcore because what is normal? But if you're not white, cisgendered, male, or female even, you're othered. You are othered in this society. And so it took me until I was 18 to realize, oh, I'm one of the others too. And that was a big hello moment for me.
So wait, when were you out to yourself? Because I think that's a thing that every gay person does, is that like realization, like admitting to yourself in your internal monologue.
Mine was a long process. So the first time, I mean, like all my life, I would be like, could I be into that? Like, wait, no. Do I like, you know, like there were all those inclinations, those little, like, I had boyfriends in high school though, and I was whatever. But all my life, there was this little birdie in the back of my brain, like, no, are you? Oh God, no. And then in college, my senior year in college, I had a little fling with one of my friends. And I take it back. I had a huge crush on one of my best friends, like so big, like so terrible, such a bad crush. I was like drawing pictures of her in my journal, you know, like one of those where I would like try to be on the street when I thought she would be on the street. And I was like, but like, so like confused by it. And I had this moment walking down the street. I'm just going Boston, walking down Boylston Street. And my brain just went, you're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. And I felt my like shoulders drop. Like I felt a weight lift when it was one fleeting moment where I had a thought, oh my God, you're a lesbian. Jaimie, you're just a lesbian. You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. It's fine. You're a lesbian. And I felt like, and it felt so good for maybe 1 minute. And then I went back to being me. So, but I would say that that's the first time I really like admitted to myself. And then it took years of untangling that and like figuring out, how do I go about letting everyone else know this about myself? And then maybe I'm not fully lesbian. Maybe I also like everything and you know? So I feel like that's lesbian. It's different. It's different. Like so many gay guys I talk to, and it's not everyone, we're not a monolith, right? But like so many gay guys knew at such a young age. And a lot of lesbians I talked to, it came later because I think, I don't know. I think there's many things that bleed into why that is, but I think it's something about society and males and females and how we treat gender that makes many of us come to it later.
Yeah.
Did you feel like pressures and expectations specifically as a woman when you were growing up to fit into a certain mold?
Definitely. 100%. But also like that was just my norm, right? Like it's not like it's some crazy thing. And I don't think of it as this crazy, like, oh, I was made to be put in my box. And I was taught to speak freely, speak my mind, all the things. And at the same time, I also was very much in the girl box. And I don't really even know how to explain that. You go with it. You go with the flow. You do what you're told. You do. I don't know because I didn't always do what I was told, but I stayed in that box. I stayed in the girl box and I knew my place as a girl in the world. And I still do. Same. I mean, that hasn't changed, except I'm a lesbian. So I feel like freer and stronger for it. I don't know.
Yeah. How do you think being a lesbian has made you stronger?
Having to break through that box. I think having the experience of breaking through that reality and then seeing that there's a whole world on the other side and finding out that, oh my God, it's so good over here and even better because I don't have to live by the rules of society. I don't. None of us do in this room right now. Like none of us have to live by the rules of society. We already broke through it. We don't live in the mold. We're outside of it. We're like more evolved, in my opinion. Gays are so much more evolved. Queer people of the world, we're evolved. We've broken through the wall society puts on us and said, oh no, there's different things out there. We can do what we want. We can be who we want. we can be however we want. And I think that gives us a lot of resilience and strength. And we've had to fight through other people's perceptions of us. And a lot of times those perceptions are not kind. And having to just grapple with the fact that, okay, well, I know how they feel about me, but I still have to show up. I still have to go to Thanksgiving. Right? I know how they feel about two moms, but I'm still going to show up. I know how they feel about gay marriage, but I still have to go. And I'm not talking me personally. I'm just saying, like, all of us in general, we just, I think, are this community that has learned to be resilient in the face of adversity. And it makes us so badass and strong. And if we could all just unite and be one with each other and not separate ourselves from each other, change the freaking world. And I'm raising little humans that are going to change the freaking world because I'm raising them with this mentality. So that's why I think also all of us have to be parents.
You mentioned us uniting and together we can change the world. What do you think gay men specifically can do to be better allies to the lesbian community?
Recognize your privilege. And I'm not saying that for all, and apologies if that offends, but like, for instance, I'm starting this new show with NYC Gay Dad. Do you know NYC Gay Dad? Jose Rolón?
No.
Oh, well, he's amazing. He's got 3 kids and wonderful guy here in New York City. And we're starting a show all about life's second chances. And we've interviewed a lot of like gay men recently, which I interview gay men all the time. But I'm realizing there's something with gay men that this ownership that I personally don't show up with as a woman. Like this one person, I'm trying to find out, like, so our whole show premise is about like your take one moment in life, your take one in life versus your take two, like your stage, your comeback in life, like the things that changed in life. I don't know if I'm making any sense of this. It's a good show. You should all tune in, but it's not out yet. But we're still, like putting it all together. But like, I ask, for me, I know what my take one versus my take two and where I've come from. And I think I'm kind of talking about it, like even in this episode, like coming from feeling like I was one of everybody else and then realizing, no, I'm outside the box and like embracing that and really fully going for it. So I'm trying to get at that with a certain guest and and I'm like, so what would little you be so shocked at with the you that you are now? Like, what would your little person be like? Oh my God, I would have never guessed, And this person was like, well, just that I'm doing everything I said I would do. And I'm like, okay, there's your privilege showing up. Like, I don't understand. Am I making sense? Am I making any sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
well, I think men and boys are brought up to like think that the world is their oyster and just like go whatever you want to do it. And I don't think we give that same message to little girls and women. Right.
Even though we try. Like, even though I'm trying to do that as a mom, because I have a boy and a girl, but the world parents our children, the society parents our children just as much as we do. We can't control what they see outside. We can't control what they learn from friends. We can't control what they consume in media. And I think you're right, 100%. Like, it's still there, this huge gender binary, and so. Like for the gay male community, I think to know, and I'm probably, all your listeners have already dropped off. They're like, this stupid dyke. But like to know that you show up in the world already with like more esteem than I do, being just a woman in the world. Like you get more respect just being in a room. You do. And I see it all the time because I'm the woman in the room. So I think it would be great for the gay community to just recognize your privilege. I think we all need affinity groups. I think we all should be in affinity groups. I think we should all be going to trainings all the time to learn about our privilege. And I think, and that's so lesbian. It's so lesbian. That's super lesbian, right? And I think that the world would be a better place if we all recognize the privilege we show up with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, the lesbians are the one that helped y'all through the HIV epidemic. And let's let's be real. We nursed the men through it. I mean, we were, death nurses. I wasn't one. I wasn't there. But yeah, that's why. Did you know that's why? Well, I heard that the L goes first in the acronym because of how the lesbian community showed up for the gay community during the HIV crisis.
I have heard that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard that, but I'm like, who's in charge of the alphabet? What is happening? Like, is there some secret cabal of queer people that got together and voted?
Yeah, I have no idea. But I did interview a trans guy who switched it. He kept saying LGBTQ. Like you're so used to saying LGBTQ. And if you don't say it and if it doesn't roll off your tongue, I think you're not paying attention and you're not a good ally. Just saying. But he was like LGBTQ, which I found interesting. And I didn't have the chance to ask him why he did that. But I feel like it was for a significant purpose, which I want to circle back and ask about. But yeah, who decided which one goes where? Right? We're all equal.
Yeah, I'm young enough to remember that, or old enough, I guess, to remember when I used to say GLBTQ, or we didn't say Q even at the time. It was GLBT.
Right.
And I started an organization that at the time was named the GLBTQ, just GLBT organization. That and eventually they rebranded, rightfully so, to be name it queer. But yeah, it's interesting that I can remember in my lifetime that the L switching to be at the beginning.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't remember that, but I do remember the GLBT. I do remember that.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We evolve, we change, and we have to accept change. And the only constant in life is change. Let's be real. Yeah. So we have to learn how to accept it and evolve with it and go with it. But it's hard for us. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, also just know that lesbians don't want to go out. Some do, but most of us don't. We're like, we're cool inside. We'll go camping though, if you ever want to go camping with us.
Speaking of changing and evolving, and I wanted to ask kind of the current political climate, how you are dealing with that, especially, not only being lesbian, but being in a queer family. What is it like for you right now?
Oh, it's scary. It's scary. I mean, I'm sure you guys feel the fear too. Just the rhetoric that they're pushing out in Project 2025 is they have a playbook. They're coming after. The plan is to come after all of us. And so that's just a fear in the back of my mind. Do I think they're going to succeed? I don't think so. And also, I have no idea. They got Roe v. Wade overturned.
Yeah.
They did that. So if they can do that, what other rights can they chisel away at? Because they're working on the trans real hardcore right now.
Yeah.
And if we all don't unite as a community, I mean, who knows if even us uniting will, it has to. We have to unite as a community to help that part of our community, because they're coming for the next, right? Even in New York City, they do these, I've read articles that ICE is going into, at Grand Central Station, these bathrooms, and ICE is pretending hookups and bringing men into the bathroom and then arresting them and then taking them away. Which that's freaky and scary. And then at the same time, that whole Supreme Court thing that I was super scared by, that the Supreme Court was going to decide if they were going to reopen Obergefell versus Hodges and maybe reverse it. That was scary, but we came out on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
So scared and also optimistic, I suppose. But it's in the back of my head. And how do I explain hate disguised as policy to my kids when it's their moms that it's like directed against? When I'm trying to normalize my family to them constantly and consistently. And that's why I even have a podcast about it, like just so that they can grow up feeling normal and not othered, right? And this government or whoever is trying to other us and our families, and we're not. We're your brothers, we're your sisters, we're your mothers, we're your, like, it's crazy, it's scary, and it's like this constant, like, I don't know the word, but like it's this constant tremble that's just there right now, which is scary. I mean, you feel it too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I keep being afraid of the fact that our government, the people that we elect, the rhetoric, that all of that is a symptom. That even if that goes away, even if the Democrats sweep the House in 2026 and get the White House back in 2028, like the culture that led to where we are now exists. It is still very much part of the fabric of this country. And how do I reconcile that with any sort of feeling of safety?
Right.
God, it's shitty. It's just shitty.
It just is. It's just shitty. I feel like I'm taking it to so lesbian. I'm taking it to such a serious place. Like, is that my fault? You guys keep it light usually, don't you?
No,
No, just kidding.
Let's see. We talked about cancer and AIDS and fascism all in one episode.
So lesbian. That's so. There we go. So lesbians. I'm like a dyke march coming through the pride parade, making some noise. No, yeah. I don't know. It is. It's super interesting time to live. That's for sure. We had this like safety net, it felt like, around us for quite some time. And things felt like they were all going in the very right direction towards inclusivity and love for all. And now it feels like we're being rolled backwards against our wills. And that rhetoric is the fuel that feels like could cause an explosion in the future.
Yeah.
Like it's being said, just the fact that it's being put out there, it's invading hearts and minds.
Yeah.
And that's really scary.
I do feel like there was a time where it was like, even if people didn't like gay people, it was like not okay for them to say that out loud.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff that people feel that now they feel emboldened to say out loud, and they're not ashamed that they hate queer people. Like,
Yep.
I just feel like a lot of people, because of Trump specifically, and, you know, very right-wing people just kind of say whatever fucking thing jumps to their mind, however rude or offensive or shitty or terrible or awful it is, then they feel emboldened to do the same thing.
Yep. Exactly. They're saying the silent parts out loud and they're not afraid to do it. And Charlie Kirk gave them full reign to do it. And now he's a martyr. So,
yeah.
You know, you have a hate-filled person as your martyr, it's problematic.
Yeah.
And all those people who see him as a martyr, no matter what happens, just not to bring it down, boys, but like no matter what happens with Trump and whatever, they're still at that's their martyr. And so what's going to, I mean, I don't know. It's like, we can't get rid of this awful disease of hatred. Like, when we literally are your sisters, your brothers, your mothers, your dads, like we are you. So what's the deal, yo? What's the deal?
Yeah.
We're the same, except better
I did have the question written down, talking a little bit more about your podcast and which covers the topic of queer families. I was going to ask, are queer families better than regular than non-queer families?
Yes, and I call them non-queers. Thank you for that. They need to be othered, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is that?
We're intentional AF. That's why.
Yeah.
We're so intentional. From the moment we meet, almost every single, and I've done over 300 episodes, and every single person or couple or throuple I speak to, from the moment they get together, the talk of family, if we want it, and how we're going to do it is in the picture right away. Because we have so many decisions to make in order to make these families. We got to start talking about it and make sure we're on the same page from the get-go, right? So whereas a non-queer couple can meet on Tinder, I don't know, is that a non-queer site? I don't even know, but they can meet on Tinder or whatever it is, and on their first date say, do you want kids one day? I do. Do you? I do. And then go home to their friends, be like, and he wants kids too, so we're good. No, we can't stop it there. We don't get to stop it there. Oh, so what's your ideal? Do you want to adopt? Do you want, does biology matter to you? What do you think you could do, the surrogacy route? How we would have to really save money? There's so many things to figure out. What about foster to adopt? So many things to figure out. So the conversation doesn't stop at, yes, we want kids one day and it's going to magically happen. It's never going to magically happen. Every once in a while, it magically happens in very few instances. But for the most part, we have to work really hard to make that dream a reality. And so there are no accidents in queer family building, very few. And so because of that, we are so intentional on our road. I talk to countless people who have spreadsheets and binders full of things. We do the research to figure out what is right for us as a family unit in how we bring life into this world and how we show up once that life is here. Right. And then that carries on into parenting too, because we've worked so hard to make these families. We're super intentional about how we parent them because we're showing up in the world as a family that's othered. And so we're super intentional about how we talk to our kids about family and what family means. And chosen family is a huge part of it. So yeah, we're so much better. And we're raising little badasses who are going to change the world. I swear, I know it. I feel it, because they're learning to be compassionate about identities and that people come in all shapes and sizes. And we constantly reiterate it in our family life, in just showing up in the world, and then also in the choices we make surrounding how we parent our children, which a lot of non-queer people don't have to do, so they don't.
Yep.
We have to. And so we're constantly talking to them about who we are and why we're this way, and that's why we always show compassion over here in this aspect, because you know what it feels like when it's we have to. But then non-queer families don't necessarily, I've spoken to non-queer moms who are I mean, there's 2 mom families in his class, so I don't have to talk to him about it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you're doing him a disservice by not talking about it, by not modeling how to discuss all the different ways our families come to be. And, those books about gay moms and gay dads and trans families and all the different ways we show up are not just for queer people. They're actually more for you non-queer folks to read to your kids.
Yeah.
Right? That was so lesbian. I really tirade. Mama soapbox.
In my heart or whatever, it feels like Lesbians as parents is an older and more mature institution, that lesbians have been doing it more. Are gay men catching up, or am I deluding myself?
I think gay dads are an institution as well. You've been around too. Like the gay dads have been around. A lot of times, even like lesbians as moms, like if we're talking like back in the day, they did it the heteronormative way, but they were always a gay dad or they were always a gay mom. And then, if they got the courage to come out, then they were living the gay dad life or the gay mom life. But like, we've been there from the beginning. I talked to this woman who wrote like the history of queer women. I'm not getting the title right. And she was like, we go back, queer moms go back to Sappho. Sappho was a mom. And Sappho's like the oldest lesbian we know of, right? So, and gay dads too. We've always been here. We just haven't been able to be out and let the world know that that's who we are. But we're an institution and we're better.
One of the kind of harmful assumptions or stereotypes that people make about queer parents is that they create queer children.
Right.
Have you kind of thought about what it would be like if one of your kids ended up being queer?
I want them to. Oh my God. Fingers
Is that the dream?
crossed. Yeah. Actually, no, I joke. I want them to be whoever they feel comfortable being. And I think that we're raising them to embrace however they feel they need to be. But my daughter definitely has a boyfriend right now, which is like, oh, okay.
Were you crushed?
A little bit. And then, I'm like, we're like open and honest, so I'm constantly like, so do you hold hands? Like, what do you do with so you guys kiss? Like, I'm so nosy. I can't let it go. But I think it's important, right? And so she knows that she can talk to me about it. But yeah, I don't see it in the cards for mine, and I am slightly disappointed. And if that were the case, I have straight parents. I should be straight, right? If gay parents make gay kids, and straight parents should make straight kids, and that's not the case.
Yep.
So that argument is like null and void. Nope, not happening. Doesn't happen. It's ridiculous.
And are you a lesbian because you read a book that had a lesbian in it?
100%. 100%. No, I'm a lesbian because I had a crush on a girl that had nothing to do with a book. I mean, I did have crushes on a lot of sitcom characters growing up, but I don't think that made me gay because they weren't gay.
Yeah.
Speaking of your podcast, the Queer Family Podcast, why do you think it's important for your show to exist and to talk about queer families?
Because we're not out there in the media. And anytime there is anything queer, but like a queer family in anything that shows up in a movie or a TV show, there's pushback. And oh my God, to your point that, oh my God, we're going to make all the kids gay because we're adding like a two dad up there. Happens to be two moms in the episode. Oh my God, they don't need to see that. Like that comment that Snoop Dogg made and then retracted about like they were in watching a Disney movie and there were like two moms like had a peck. The Buzz movie. You guys don't watch these kids movies. Why would you?
No, but I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah. So there happens to be two moms in a scene. Like one of the main characters ends up being gay, which we didn't know anyway. But then she like kisses her partner, and they have a grandkid or whatever. It's like this quick little tiny thing that happens, and I was like, yes. And I was like, Rose, did you see that? They're two moms. And she was like, okay, mom, whatever. But Snoop Dogg like came out with a statement like, or he was on a podcast and he was like, I mean, I took my grandkids to see that and they were asking me, what does that mean? And I don't want to have to explain that to my grandkids. And it's like, what is there to explain? It's two people who love each other. And then he retracted it because he got in so much trouble with the queer community and he can't lose his queer community because we're a huge base of his. So he like retracted everything and tried to fix it. But like, how do you go out? There's the rhetoric. Like, why are you saying that? What's so weird? Nothing's weird, except that you think it's weird and you outed yourself. And that's what is infuriating.
Yeah.
Right. But there's nothing to explain. It's just two people who love each other. Stop making it about genitals. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone talks about how hard it is to explain to kids, but I don't have kids or talk to kids, but it seems easy to me that if people love each other, they should be together regardless of their gender. That seems like a simple thing for kids to understand.
Yeah. And like with kids, of course they ask how babies are made, and it's pretty simple. Well, you need a sperm and you need an egg to make a kid. And so me and mommy, we didn't have sperm. So we had to get somebody who would give us sperm, a kind guy. He gave us his sperm so that we could make you. And we went to a hospital and we made you. Like, it's so simple. You take away the stigma. You take away the ew of body. And like, no, we're just talking about like the science behind it. And it's not that deep. And so my kids will be like, no, you need a sperm and an egg, and my parents didn't have no sperm. You know, like, it's like so simple. It is when you break it down to the nutshell. Yeah. And they get it, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. People put too much on it, and because people can't get genitals out of the way. Right.
Well, and the fact that some conservative people look at a gay couple, lesbian couple, and immediately think nothing about them but sex.
Yeah.
Says so much about how they view their relationship, right? Like, is that all your husband is, or your wife is? Straight couple is sex? Like, that's the only thing that matters? Like,
exactly. And like, ew, I don't think about my friends doing it. Like,
right.
Ew. Right? Like, I'm not trying to think about what you do when you're I don't want to know. I'm not thinking about your partner's thing. Like, I don't want to know. So why are you all like bringing it to that? Right. You got your mind on the wrong thing. You got a dirty mind. Yeah. Dirty. So dirty. You non-queers are so dirty.
Well, to leave the show, usually we ask for people to kind of give advice. If you could give advice either to like younger you or someone that is used to, like you said, kind of fitting into the mold and is working on this part of them that doesn't fit, you know, the expectations, what kind of advice would you give them?
Oh God. What kind of advice? Just do it. Be the thing. Like, don't let your fears keep you from being your true, authentic self, and find your family, find your chosen family. Like, we're so good. We're so good at finding our people because we have to. Mm-hmm. So find that family that makes you feel, you know, that quote, like, the people you should be around, the people who you should surround yourself with are the ones who light up when you walk in the room. Find those people so that you can show up as your true, authentic self. And I'm saying that as a mother of a preteen who needs to learn that lesson real well right now. Find the people who light up when they see you. Yeah. And then, you know, be that person that you show up to them as, and let it shine. Yeah. Let your light shine. Just let your light shine.
Yeah. I see Mike's eyes light up every time I walk into a room. He loves me.
I think that's just the booze, but yeah.
Kyle's here. I get to drink. It's socially acceptable to drink now.
Listen, I'm all about that too. I'm all about that. Oh my God.
Well, should we take a break?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's take a break.
All right, let's take a break.
This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
Okay, so are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest, but first, Jaimie Kelton, where can people find out more about you, what you're up to, your projects, your beautiful hair? Tell us all the things.
Oh, well, I am the Queer Family Podcast, the Queer Family Podcast. You can find me anywhere you get your podcasts, also on YouTube at the Queer Family Podcast, and on all the social channels at the Queer Family Podcast. I chose the longest name and handle for anything. It's also my email, thequeerfamilypodcast@gmail.com. I really didn't do that right, but it's cool. It's cool. It's whatever. You can set it to like auto type it because it's so long. So check it out. There's plenty of episodes to listen to. And, go check us out and all the things. And I do have a new show coming up with Jose Rolón, a.k.a. NYC Gay Dad, called Love Take Two, about the second acts in life and how Act 1 is different from Act 2 and how we work through it all. It's a good show. It's fun. And it's not totally gay like my other one.
Well, I've been divorced twice, so let me know when you're ready for Act 3.
Love that.
Well, our website is gayishpodcast.com.
We are on social media at Gayish Podcast.
Our hotline, you can send us text messages or leave us voicemails, especially if it's your gayest and straightest, is 5855-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rates apply.
Our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com.
Our physical mailing address is Post Office Box 19882, Seattle, Washington, 98109. Just a reminder, everybody, to rate, subscribe, review, and recommend. And I forgot to talk about this. Buy our book, which is Jaimie's fault in part. We got the book If These Ovaries Could Talk is from Jaimie, and
I forgot to plug my book. Yeah, go ahead.
But it was y'all that got us interested in the idea of writing a book in the first place. So thank you so much.
Oh my God, that's amazing! Get the book. What's the book called?
You're Probably Gayish.
I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna get the book. Mine is. I have 2 on my shelf behind me, if you can see. But yeah. If These Ovaries Could Talk.
Yeah.
It's all about gay families. Anyway.
Yeah.
Get the books. Do it.
Let's do our Gayest and Straightest.
Let's do our Gayest and Straightest. I'm happy to go first.
All right, do it.
The straightest thing about me this week is I changing my own taillight. And I feel like changing a taillight on the Jeep was my straightest like a couple of months ago. Mm-hmm. But the other one went out. So like it's a repeat. It's a different one.
Okay, you changed a different light, so it counts again.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, it's a Jeep. Like, doesn't that count?
As straightest?
Yeah, isn't that straight? Like a Jeep?
It depends on who you ask. Apparently, a Jeep Wrangler's pretty gay. Like,
is it? Okay, I like lesbian. Yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah.
And then the gayest thing about me this week is realizing that I kind of feel weird about my dog's vulva. I just am afraid to touch her there, and I've started calling it a chocha because I think it's funny. But like I've never had a girl dog before, and their anatomy is different, and I'm just kind of like I'm being kind of gay about it.
I don't think you have to touch her there though. It's okay.
I think what you're doing is totally acceptable.
I don't know if I would touch her there anyway. Don't worry about it.
Okay. On that note, my gayest is wearing my Gay-ass Obergefell t-shirt. I believe it's from AE. It has the entire text of Obergefell and it forms a rainbow. So wearing that always makes me feel very gay.
I love that.
My straightest is the number of women that tap me on Grindr.
Oh,
I get so many women that tap me on Grindr, and I don't understand what it is or why, but it just happens a whole bunch. I'm like, ooh, new tap. And I'm like, oh man, I'm not into you.
It must be, you must have a very straight looking thumbnail or something.
I guess so.
What are you like
also,
holding a saw or something?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
I'm that picture like holding a fish up or like wearing a seatbelt in my car or something. It's all straight dudes have one of those pictures. I don't know what it is about me, but I get a lot of straight women that tap me.
But women on Grindr, if you're not a bot, why?
Why
are you on Grindr?
I don't understand. I think it's become a home for trans people as well, because I see a lot of T for T.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I think just because it has the user base, and then trans people can then have an app that I don't think there's, enough to make a separate app quite yet. So I don't know. That's my guess. I'm not totally sure. But Jaimie, what about you?
Okay. This is fun. so I guess like my straightest thing right now is the fact that we had this interview set up and ready to go, and it wasn't in my calendar, and I'm such a mom that I forgot it was happening, and I was out and about with my kids, and then we tried to do this whole interview and my kids kept on coming and interrupting and I had no spouse helping me. That's so straight.
That's true.
That's so straight. Like I was like the solo mom, like, because if it was I feel like if it was a non-queer relationship, like I'd be like, I'm sorry, my husband went out, you know what I mean? But usually my wife is like around, but for this one day, so that was so straight. She wasn't here to help me out with that situation. So I was like a straight mom for a second, which I don't want to be. And then my lesbian is, my legs are so hairy right now. Yeah, and armpits. Yeah, so that's super lesbian of me. So I'm negating the straight mom stereotype that I'm fitting very well today.
Yeah, throw away the razor and burn the bra. We didn't even talk about that as the lesbian thing.
I know, and I don't. I do shave here and there though. Okay, just not only when it matters. Like only special occasions.
Yeah,
my wife doesn't care, so whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, Jaimie, thank you so much for being on. Really appreciate it and appreciate your insights.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. This was fun. It's so fun to reconnect and just to be around like-minded, amazing queer folks who are doing the stuff that needs to be done. So thank you. Thank you for being you guys.
Well, thank you.
You can come back anytime.
And I also want to thank our super gap bridgers. Thank you to Locomotive, Simon Srirachi, Kaylee Adams, Kid Oliver, Kobe Gordon, Squoggle, Andrew Bugby, William Bryant, John Crowley, Stephen Porch, Yost Osel, Jonathan Montañez, Forrest Nail, Steve Douglas, Explosive Lasagna, Michael Covington, Thomas B., Dusty Sands, A. Coleman, Chris Cacciatorians, and Jerome York. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your money. That's it. This has been Gayish from the Chris Cacciatorian Studios. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you. See ya.
See you.
Amazing. You said those names real fast.
I say them every episode, so got them down.